Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the progression of my account because unbeknownst to me, I actually hadn't checked this in a while. I did end up crossing 8 million hero base rating mark, which means I have played this game for a very long time. And we're going to take a look at how my account looks like because this is also a good moment of self-reflection because this is the first time ever when I haven't done all of the top end content quite yet, and I definitely need to kind of get to move on some of those things. Right, so first things first, let's do exactly that. So as far as it goes to story content, obviously I have done every single bit 100%. 8.4 is also 100%, and there's not much else to it. When it comes to the special quests, obviously all of those have been completed too, including Shooting Stars, the Grandmaster's Gauntlet, Necropolis, well, basically everything that has ever been there. The thing that I have been slacking on is credence challenges. I still have 3 of them left. I think they are the Dragon Man, the Mojo one, and the Baron Zemo one, as well as the Tiger and Jabari Pancho one. So I definitely do need to get a move on with that. I think I have finally decided that I will be going with Massacre dupe, I think. Most likely, because that was one of the reasons why I wasn't necessarily rushing it as well. Number one, I wasn't particularly fond of doing them. But number two is also I wasn't entirely sure which champions to select. I knew for a fact that I want nothing to do with Spider-Man 2099. However, when it comes to in between starting at Spider-Man or Massacre, I kind of had to think about that because you can go one-on-one, you can double up on Starkey, you can double up on Massacre, and both of them are legitimate choices in my opinion. So that said, everything else content-wise is done for the most part. Aside from, and somebody always points this out, aside from classic variants. I have completed all the classic variants and explored one of them. But I haven't explored the classic variants. I don't think I ever will, but who knows. And now we need to bounce out to our inventory because I actually do have a fair chunk of stuff that I can still use. Because if you take a look at my tier 6 CCs at the moment, you can see that I can do rank ups in Cosmic, Mutant, and Mystic classes. And well, the Science, Skill, and Tech are at 2 each, so they're not necessarily too far off either. I still have some tier 6 basics, which means there should be some rank ups coming in near future, which will likely be for the Battlegrounds meta that's going to change the last 2 weeks, which can be X-Magic and Magic Thief champions, more than likely. And yeah, quite okay with that. I still have a couple of rank up gems as well that I can and should use. Now again, as I showed before, the prestige at the moment is 24,000 total, and I can improve that quite a bit actually because I do have that relic rank up gem from 2 to 3, which I will try to make a relic video quite soon to show the top prestige relic options as well as the best relics to rank up in my opinion. But I have long since kind of stopped chasing prestige. Yeah, it just doesn't seem quite worth it or sustainable anymore, considering the amount of cash you would have to invest in order to get those 7-star 6 stones and affect your champion rankings based on prestige. Just doesn't hold nearly as high priority as it used to do. All right, so let's start taking a look at the champions when it comes to 1-stars. I actually did not know that we can get the Captain America 1-star, but fair enough. So I'm missing 2 now. 2-star collection, and it's always nice to get more 2-stars. Vast majority of them are ranked, but I do need to catch up on ranking some of the newer ones that we have been getting thanks to those collector crystals. Actually, I'm very happy that I got a 2-star Corvus Glaive. That could be very interesting. When it comes to 3 stars, I think I'll be missing a couple now. Almost all of my 3 stars are maxed out, but yeah, I have been missing some of the latest ones like White Tiger, Destroyer, Spider-Man, Prowler. I'm sure I'm gonna get them eventually, but I have stopped kind of paying attention to the fact that I should get every single champion as a 3 and 4 star. And here as well, I'm missing Prowler, the Destroyer, and Vox as 4-star champions. I'm sure eventually I'm gonna get that. I did open 2 Spider-Punk crystals, which gave me a 4-star Spider-Punk, which I still need to mess around with. But there's so much to get on with in the game that I don't seem to find quite enough time for that. When it comes to 5 stars, I actually have ascended very few of them because I think a few times actually my tier 1 primordial dust accidentally expired. There's a very good story with Ascended Quake, by the way. In this meta in Gladius Circuit, I actually brought in Quake to my Gladius Circuit Battlegrounds deck, and I had a bet with one of my viewers where I had to win a round using Quake. Eventually I did. And man, with Recall Mastery, she can still finish off the fights relatively fine, but it was very fun to shake off the rust, obviously from Quake. And then when it comes to 5 stars, you can see that, again, I am missing a few, like Ironheart, Onslaught, Prowler, Spider-Punk, and White Tiger. I have a few that still need ranking up. That is also one of the reasons, one of the things that I definitely need to pay more attention to with the level ups coming and just getting the lower form catalysts and kind of ranking up 4 and 5 stars. And then from the other hand, the gold situation doesn't seem to be too great. And now, starting where some of the things matter. So we're going to take a look at how many rank 5s I have, and the answer is 45. I have 45 rank 5 6 stars as of this point. I think I have a couple of rank 4 to 5 gems as well still. And for the most part, I'm quite happy with my rank 5 choices. I know that Electro is kind of a trolly one, but obviously there are few champions here that I haven't used a bit less. So if you guys, or I'm kind of lost relevance, so if you guys that are always asking which champions I quote unquote regret ranking, the true answer is probably no one really. But it is undeniable that, you know, for instance, Rintra has lost a ton of his value since the times when he was the toughest, or one of the toughest defenders. Nimrod has been on the downslide, Galen as well. Vox, I haven't gotten too much out of. Super Scrolls ranked up for defense. Baron Zima is very recent rank up. And yeah, and I think as far as the rest of them go, I am very happy with. One of the happiest Ascension decisions has been Hood. I have been absolutely loving the Hood, as well as Havoc. Havoc's been putting in a ton of work because of the tactics and everything else. Havoc's been like crutch in AW, and I have been using him plenty in Battlegrounds too. And yeah, so these are my Ascended 6 stars. We can filter them out separately. I think there's 16 or 18 of them, something like that. How many we got? We got 16. So my Ascensions are Onslaught, Werewolf, Banat, Tiger, Nick Fury, Kate Bishop, Hercules, CGR, Kingpin, the Serpent, Ant-Man, Hulkling, the Hood, Scorpion, Havoc, Human Torch, and Archangel. Human Torch actually has lost quite a lot of ground. And when we take a look at which champions I want to ascend in near future, for quite a while it was actually Absorbing Man, but I think Absorbing Man is losing a bit of his ground as well. Now I definitely know I want to ascend Valkyrie at some point, even though there are very mixed case uses for her in a sense, but she just strikes me as a champion that quite often comes in clutch in most of the game modes. So I do want to ascend Valkyrie at opportune moment for sure. Potentially ascend Toad, obviously Bullseye if I don't get his 7-star, obviously Juggernaut if I don't get him as 7-star, and obviously Red Skull if I don't get him as 7-star are the champions I'm kind of most eager to ascend. For quite a while I really wanted to ascend Galen, but yeah, no, his usage has definitely gone down without a doubt. Now, obviously, the most important thing, 7 stars. I actually have 77 7-star champions. And when we are going to take a look at rank 3s first, then we can see that there are 6 of them. Photon, Atuma, Silk, Domino, Bishop, and America Chavez. So all of these, first of all, I have fallen in love with offensive use Domino. Like, sometimes you can get a bad fight, but she can nuke things down at rank 3. It's quite ridiculous. Domino offensively is quite crazy. But there is absolutely no question. America Chavez has been by far the best rank up. America Chavez has put in work everywhere. Alliance War, Battlegrounds, offensively, defensively, questing, challenge modes, pretty much everything works in a ton of different methods and does it tremendously well. The funniest thing is, a lot of people still criminally underrate America Chavez. And yeah, no, she is by far one of my favorite rank ups, like ever. Like early rank ups that I was like super happy with, when I, for instance, rank 5 Kingpin as one of my first rank 5s and so on and so forth. America Chavez is that. America Chavez is just crazy, crazy good. So I have 6 rank 3s, and I have 24 rank 2s at the moment. Can do a few more. Here, the most notable ones are definitely absolutely loving Kushala. Kushala is crazy good. How always love my Killmonger. Spider-Punk is really cool. Titania is definitely an rank 3 candidate as well. Mostly Black Cat and some others. Now, when you're doing 7-star rank 2 champions, obviously it's like very limited to which champions you actually have, because there aren't that many 7 stars out there. And even then, it's always a question of which ones you have and which ones you don't. Some of these champions definitely have put in more work than others. Some of them I haven't used that much, but that's part of the game where you just have to build a 7-star roster. Like in a vacuum, if you had all the champions available like you do with 6 stars, quite a few of these wouldn't necessarily be ranked. Like Storm Pyramid X, for instance. One champion that she's put in a fair amount of work, but obviously you'd much rather rank up somebody like 7-star, I don't know, Philippe Pride, or 7-star Onslaught, or 7-star Toad even, or something. But it's all about which champions you have available. And then taking a look at my rank 1 7 stars. I'll be honest, there aren't that many champions again that I'm like super eager to rank up. I don't think I have been like particularly fortunate with my pulls. There are quite a few 7 stars that I'm still hunting for. Obviously there are options, but it just always, I'm sure that the same thing with everybody, when the grass is always greener on the other side. But in between not having 7-star Havoc, Juggernaut, Hyperion, Onslaught, Massacre, we're gonna fix that, or Penny Parker. There's just so many champions that Red Skull, that I'm still after, and I would absolutely be ecstatic to get Venom and Sunspot still. Even Void, getting him, let alone duping him, obviously will be a task in itself. But that's just a natural progression of the game. As far as my most likely future rank ups are concerned, I'm kind of looking at the 7-star Null, even though if he's unawakened. Perhaps Gladiator, need to mess around with him a bit more. There's Iron Man, wish he was duped. Sauron seems to be doing quite well right now. Potentially Diablo, maybe more. Then we have Guardian, which is like a more realistic option. And yeah, I think those are the more likely candidates. So obviously that is also part of the reason why I'm not like in a major rush to use up all my materials, because this is the point in the game where you're not necessarily overly enthusiastic in ranking up just about anybody, because you feel like you have a fair amount of 7 stars ranked up already, and you want your rank ups to be like the ones that you really, really do enjoy. All right, so that's as far as the champions go. So as I said, 77 7 stars. Total amount of champions that I have is 1,325. And then the last bit, we can take a look at a wee bit of inventory when it comes to stash. My stash is actually still quite healthy in between the Romance and Valentine's Day potions and revives and the rest of the revive stash. It's not like overflowing since Necropolis, and obviously since Kabam changed revive situation in the game and everything else. But for the most part, it's quite all right. When it comes to champion items, it's kind of funny how irrelevant 6-star awakening gems have gotten. I have like 25 of those, plus obviously many of the class ones. there's just, nothing really to do with them. I have the relic rank up gems still that need to be used at some point. 6 stones. I actually do have in total 57 6 stones that I can still use, which I'm quite happy about too. And there were some rank up gems that are they here? Where are those? 9 ones. Oh, yeah, 7-star 1 to 2 rank up gem, some 6-star 1 to 2 to 3. Are there no 4 to 5 or 3 to 4? Should be some Romans ones or something. Okay, that's fine. Boosts, nothing interesting happening here for a while. Other miscellaneous items, also nothing too special here. And nobody cares about these stuff. So that is the situation with my account, for most part. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of the rank up choices, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about